So this is actually, we have a break off from America's Got Talent. This is our second week. We'll be back next week. It's just, you know, just a little break. I really don't like missing even a week because I feel really detached.
Yeah.
And I miss it.
Yeah.
After 1 week. Yeah, 1 week. And I missed America's Got Talent. But it was nice though because last night we got to like sit at home on the couch and eat fruit pearls. and watch Fruit pearls, if you don't know, are like Dippin' Dots.
Only
They're
the
like fruit. Only like fruit. And they're really good. Anyway.
Wow. How did we go there just now? I don't understand.
I don't even know. So I was eating fruit pearls last night on the couch watching AGT, and it was actually nice for 1 week. And we actually are now going to recap what happened on America's Got Talent last night as we get ready for, let's see, under an hour now. And we have the results from last night's performances. So we're going to talk about them real quick in case you missed it. Okay. So this is, I'm actually on the America's Got Talent Instagram, NBC AGT, and I'm looking at, you can't see it here, but I'm looking at a picture, and then that will, it's like a picture, but it has all the little pictures. So I'm going to look at them and then remember the acts last night. So the first one in the picture is Bad Boys of Ballet. And actually, the judges, I think that they had, like, so-so comments. And, I mean, they made it this far. They've got to be pretty good. I feel like nobody at the Radio City, like, performing at Radio City Music Hall at this point,
bad.
in the quarterfinals, is going to be bad. No, there's no more bad at Radio City. But anyway, so Bad Boys, what stands out to me is the girl. I think her name is Adrian. I just like watching the package beforehand where she's bossing around.
Oh, she's like, I'm the boss.
She's like fierce, so that's what I like watching. They actually kind of remind me of John and Andrew in the way that they sort of took a certain style of dance
and mixed it up
and made it different.
I like that.
I think that they're both doing, and also like they had a really good performance. They were there and they did what they were there to do, and that was to make, you know, ballet cool. And they did that.
They did.
I think
that was good.
Yeah, that was great. Next is Dom the Bomb, this triple threat. They're the triplets, and oh my god. I feel like what they did, and I'm pretty sure the judges, especially Howard, touched on this. They had so many. They're the cod throwers, if you don't remember. They're the triplets that were. They take like celery and like, and then they put it in their mouths, and then it gets close to their face, and it's scary.
But yeah, because it slices through celery,
so it can slice through their skin.
Yeah.
So I think Howard touched on this. They have so many points that they have to hit, like so many, you have to throw a card here and here and here and here and here all straight in a row. It's like, I think it's like almost impossible even for like expert card throwers like them to get, because they hit every single one. I think that they should have done a little less just to make sure that they hit those points perfectly. They can get everyone, because their audition was impressive because they didn't miss one.
Yeah.
So and they had a lot going on. The judges did say that, which I mean, I like that because they made it a performance. They had like a shopping cart and they were running around because it was like they were taking over a grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just say, when they were giving the judges comments and the one boy continued to throw it
that was so
Nick.
funny.
And he was trying to like do his closing to the act, and he was just like dodging all these cards. That was, I think that they definitely were memorable. I remember the judges said that if they played up the triplet thing more, like if they didn't hit one time, they should have one of the other siblings sort of like break it, you know, to make it look like they actually did hit it.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
It is a variety act, so that would just make it more of like a novelty, which I mean, it's a show. It's putting on a show. I think that'd be good. I hope that they get another chance just so they can take some of Howard's comments and kind of, because I think if they took the comments, it'd be great. Emil and Dariel, they're the cello players. And again, they're taking cellos and making them cool. Oh, for some reason, it took a while to hit my head. Yeah, I love them. Yes. I like the way they just go on, and you can tell they're having so much fun. And of course, their grandfather, you could see how proud he was. He's like a legendary, because they're kind of carrying on his thing at Radio City Music Hall. The judges said maybe next time have your grandfather perform with you. Is that even allowed? I mean, I assume they know, but I feel like that's wow. That's kind of because that would be adding in somebody to their act. But then again, the dance acts come in sometimes with replacements. I think I don't remember who did that. But that's a replacement, though. I don't know. That would be cool, though. Maybe if they make it through, we'll see if they do. I don't know. Yeah, maybe at the finals if they make it there. But then if you notice, like the people who play instruments and even like some of the singers, they're all kind of doing the same thing this season. They're taking something and making it fresh. And of course they're doing that because they're teenage boys and they're making cellos like rock and roll and awesome. So cool. Yeah, I hope that they're safe tonight, and I think that there's a good chance that they will be. Extreme, the dance act. Melby said that she said that she'd seen some of the moves that they were doing before, and that their costumes were a little bit outdated. Which, like, I mean,
The other judges.
I mean, if I were them, I'd just be happy that they were commenting on my costume.
Yeah, right.
And not pointing out some huge mistake that I made.
Yeah.
And they didn't make any mistakes.
Because, I mean, costumes, those are easy to fix.
Yeah.
They didn't make any mistakes. She just said that to maybe make it a little more, like, updated,
Yeah.
modern.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if they did that, that would be, like, even better. Wow.
Yeah. And the girl Maddie's definitely the star of the show.
Yeah.
'Cause
She's like flipping all over
and
the
it's
place.
great because she's, like, so clearly younger than the rest of them. And she's the one that's doing all these, like, dangerous things.
Mhm.
So I think I predict that they're probably going to make it. And if
Oh,
not,
definitely.
And if not, they're definitely going to have their own show somewhere, like, sometime.
Yeah.
Because they're really entertaining to watch. Jonah Smith, he's the singer. That he's been. Howard said he was the one who was consistently memorable, even as a singer.
Oh.
He was.
What is with me? Like, the name, you know what? I have problems with names.
But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
What I like about him is I mean, people say that they sound like all the time the singers sound soulful, but you can see it in his face.
Yeah, he has
He's
like a lot of
performing.
emotion.
He's like really
performs.
hitting hard on every note in a way that's just.
You can tell he's feeling it.
Yeah,
He's feeling music.
yeah. And people say that a lot, but him, it's like seriously, like this guy really is connecting to the song that he's singing,
And he's consistent every time. Like,
Right.
I think Howard
said that Judgment Week he was somebody that just stood out in his head immediately, and I can see why because
I think he's gonna make
And
it.
he's just one of those people that you can see being a big star.
Yeah, he's like
Like you can see him
sort of daughtry,
yeah,
kind of.
sort of. A little bit. He's one of those people that you can see definitely selling albums, and you can see coming back on AGT in maybe like 5 years and being a guest performer. So definitely see big things coming for him.
And I think he's
Whether
gonna
he
make
makes it or not, but although
I think he will.
I think he'll probably make it.
Next is Jonatan Riquelme.
Hope I'm pronouncing that right. We'll do like their Twitter handles on all these just to make sure.
Because
that
they
we know
all
where
have
to find
Twitters,
them.
right? I think they all do.
If they have a Twitter, we'll definitely link.
I
to
think
it.
they all do.
So he was the one last night that when he was on this giant swing, and and he was stacking up the thing that was
Oh my gosh,
amazing.
what did they call it?
Rolla
Rolla
bola.
bola. I think that's what they called it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's a funny
apparently
name for something dangerous.
But apparently it's a thing. Like, I thought they were just, like, making up names. I thought the judges were making up a name for his act, but apparently rolla bola is a thing. And it means, like, I guess it means balancing, you know? With your
Well, okay, if you didn't see it, this is what he did. He had this giant swing, and first he had to climb up there, which was already, like, I was already freaking out.
He
then
stacked up
He had
things
these cylinders, and some of them were going up like this, like going like that. But then there was it was like one like this, and then there'd be one sideways. And think about that. Think about how that just rolls.
And you could see them, that they weren't, like, sturdy.
So it would be like one going up this way, one going this way, and then another this way, and he just stood on top of it. It was just like no hands.
And
like,
before
bouncing.
he got on, you can tell he was like steady.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
And because, I mean, no matter how talented you are and how good you are at it, I mean,
Things
how can
happen.
how can you control that? It's like gravity.
Yeah.
Or like,
It's something that not everyone can. And the thing is, I remember a lady last year who balanced on something and she had plates.
Oh, I remember her.
And she was really talented and she had a perfect audition. And
But
she at Radio City.
I think one of the plates fell.
Yeah, and something happened, and it's just like.
And you can't. I mean, I think
that doesn't mean you're not talented. It means that you're doing a dangerous thing, and things just happen.
Yeah.
So that's why I worry about things like that. But that makes it entertaining, and he definitely did well. There's no mistakes.
And watching that live is just like crazy.
I'm almost scared that he's gonna make it through again, because then I'm gonna have to watch that again. I'm gonna be like, oh no. Kelli Glover, she was the one.
She was the final act of the night, right?
Yes,
She's the
yes,
singer and she's
yep.
the final act
Yes, and she was back in early. I want to say it was season 5, but she was back on early. America's Got Talent. This is on season 9, but season 5 was way back still. From watching her package, you can see when she talks about how terrible it felt to be cut. Back
It's
a few
very
seasons.
important to her.
Like, she really wants to make sure she's doing everything that she can to make it in this competition. And she made a comment last night about how this is her last chance at life, and Howard said, "This isn't your last chance at life.
This is your last chance in the
competition." And I think that's true too, because someone's gonna take note of that singing that she does on the show, and she's definitely gonna have a career. So even if she doesn't,
in the end, your success is determined by how you sing,
We
not
were talking-
necessarily your play. Oh, like Lindsay Sterling.
I was just thinking about. I was just saying Lindsay Sterling. I think she was semifinalist.
And look at her now.
Yeah,
We were talking to her like a few weeks ago.
and it was the semifinals because she said, "This is the round that I got out in, and look how things turned out."
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, if I were any of these acts that are eliminated tonight, I would just be thinking of what Lindsay Sterling said.
Because it's all just, I mean, it's like experience.
The amount of one
it's experience,
and then when they're on the show, people, like I said, people will see, you know, and they'll be kind of going to the right places afterwards, after the competition ends. So I think that everyone wins in this competition, honestly. Next is Mothmen Dance, and they were the ones that, in their first audition, they were on strings, and it looks like they were flying through the air. And last night, do you know that? And it looked very, like, they were moving very strangely.
They kind of remind me of Blue Journey. Is that who?
Yes. With this, well, they had the screen.
Yeah, the screen.
Just their movement.
They've been doing crazy things with the screen lately. Like Ariel, you're looking down at it from above, and that's crazy because at Radio City you can't see that. But I mean, the people. But even at Radio City,
they look on their screen.
Yeah, I mean, on Radio City, there's like a huge screen on either side.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and I even see the judges looking over there. So I think that a lot of times people want to see what it's going to look like on TV.
Refer to the screen.
Yeah. Because actually, if I were a judge, I'd do that too. Because like, okay, this could look amazing here. I need to see how it looks on TV. So actually, I would be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's good when you can look good on the stage and on the screen. And I think that that's definitely what Mothmen Dance does.
And I think they stepped it up from last time too.
I thought they did. Some of the judges said that they were.
Oh, that's right. I remember this now. I was thinking, oh my gosh, they totally stepped it up.
And then the judges said that they didn't.
That was exactly the opposite of what the judges ended up saying.
I think it depends on how America votes. I don't know about that one. We'll see what happens. Next is Nina Burri. She's the one who does her contortion, and she's like moving around, and she's in this like cool suit all the time. And I think I was watching, and I thought it's very amazing what she does because she makes it look easy. But think about that; not many people can do the things
she's doing.
Yes, and it was kind of one of those things where I expected to see a little bit more at the end.
It was almost like I thought that she was opening up her act, the entire act.
Yeah, and then
I expected to sort of go somewhere.
The good thing about that is that she's got kids to judge it. I mean, that's one of those things too that I think looks even better when you're looking at it in person, and that's what all these people they're trying to make it to a Vegas show. So they're gonna, so everyone in Vegas would be seeing it in person. And I think that there's only so much the cameras can do. But I think the good thing about that is if she makes it through, she's got a lot of things that she hasn't done yet that you know she's capable of doing, that she's got more to unleash.
Because
I think that's her
advantage. Consider herself a dancer, right?
I don't know. Definitely
contortionist.
Definitely contortionist.
I wonder if she can incorporate dance into it. That'd be cool.
That'd be interesting. But then it's kind of like cool how it's like, because not there are a lot of dance acts. I don't know. I think that
she's on like a circle thing, which kind of made it interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, if she makes it through, I really can't wait to see what she does next, because she's definitely talented.
Definitely.
One Voice Children's Choir did Let It Go from Frozen.
Yeah. I forgot which Mel B. Right?
It depends on what you're saying.
She just said that she was singing in her dressing room, and then
and then Heidi said, "Oh yeah, I could hear you singing it."
What are the odds of that?
Yeah. Well, it's a popular song, but still. And then they all had their white dresses on, so that was Willow. That's her dog. So they all, I think that's definitely, all those kids, that's definitely going to be a moment that they remember. I mean, think about 5 years from now, they're going to be telling the story when they're at Radio City with all their friends. I remember liking their audition more than the judges did.
I feel like next time they can try maybe doing like something like Glee, like a little more like performance-y, where they kind of like
moved around a little bit. Maybe more. No, you know what I said last night? More solos.
More solos.
That would be like, but I feel like that would make it more.
Like, remember what Triple Threat did, where they made their card throwing like a show? They did it like they were taking over a grocery store. Maybe just sort of putting on a show thing, only with their choir.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And more solos. I'd love to see them do more solos.
They sound great all together.
Yeah.
It sounds like one voice.
One voice children's choir. I hope they make it. I'd love to see them go through. Quintavious, best performance of the night.
I love him.
He's like unbelievable. What did he sing last night?
By the way, this group of 12 was the only group of 12 we haven't like interviewed.
Right.
So it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many people I want to meet now from last night.
Yeah.
If they advance, we'll talk to them.
Definitely. But what did he? I wish I remember what he sang. He sang this big, powerful song. Here, I'll look it up. So Quintavious.
Well, Cailin looking it up.
Yeah.
I don't know. He sang this like amazing song, and coming out of him was just so amazing. He's like a 12-year-old boy.
And he was like owning the stage.
Yeah.
He was moving
oh my gosh,
around.
he was moving around.
I wish I were there to see that.
Yeah.
There's some performances where I'm watching it at home and I'm like, shoot, I wish I was there.
He took up the entire stage, but it was just one person. He was just owning it. It was amazing. Yeah. He was like filling Radio City with his voice.
Yeah.
And he's just, can you imagine? Standing ovation from all 4 judges, by the way.
He's definitely going through. Knock on wood. But can you imagine like being 12 years old and not being nervous at all at Radio City? Like I don't even think he was not nervous. If he was nervous, then he is amazing at hiding that.
Yeah. I mean, just you couldn't tell in his voice. You couldn't tell in
anything.
anything.
I'm telling you, I'm not going from Dreamgirls.
Oh gosh, I knew that. I knew that because Bianca Ryan won the first season of America's Got Talent,
and she sang
that.
For her
How did I not
audition.
remember?
That was like her signature song.
Yeah, it was like her
for
signature
America's
song,
Got Talent.
and she won the first season.
Yeah,
and it was just to pick that song and to just nail it like that with no fear.
Amazing. He's so great, so amazing. And he's actually, after his performance last night, all I could think was I wonder how it feels to be Quintavious Johnson right now.
Yeah,
like he must just be sitting there like
on top of the world.
I am so glad that went as well as it did. So, and going into this night's results, if I were him, I'd be like, I got this. I got this. And so I turned off my phone, but the next one was the last one on the list was Smoothini. He went last night. He's the magician. So he had Howie and Mel B on the stage, and he was kind of doing close-up there. And the only thing I could think of there is that it was strange how not only were the other judges, when people do close-up magic, they should do it at the judges' table. And even close-up magic is a risk, but Collins Key managed to do very well.
But always at the judges' table.
Always at the judges' table. So I think that it was strange how not only could the entire Radio City audience not see it clearly, but then kind of the judges were divided.
I mean, even
so you had half the reactions, because the other judges over there didn't even know what was going on.
And even the camera angles didn't capture it perfectly, because I remember there was a moment where Howie was like, do you see this?
Yeah.
Do you see that he made this disappear, or he moved this, or something?
He had a dollar bill, and he kept like doing something like that, and then the amount on the dollar bill kept changing.
There's this boy in our science class last year, though, and he could do that same thing.
Yeah. So I guess you got to make it bigger for Radio City.
Yeah,
it's all about a cool trick.
Yeah.
You got to make it bigger.
It's so cool.
You got to make it bigger.
For Radio City, you got to make it kind of reach not only the television audience, but the audience in
and that's
Radio
so
City,
hard to do.
And the judges and everyone. The other judges said the same thing. That they felt like excluded. And if the other judges are feeling excluded, then so is the audience.
Way back Radio City.
Yeah. But I gotta say,
you know that he has it in him, which
I think the judges
his audition. He was the one that had the cup. The cup disappeared.
Oh,
he had the liquid in the cup from his audition, and so and I gotta say I love magic acts. I love magicians.
Me too.
So I hope is he there are other. There are other magicians left. There's Matt Franco left in the left in the competition. So I hope that he doesn't go home, because I'd like to see what else he has, because I just love the magic act so much. So let's see at this point. Half hour until the results. May the best 5 acts make it through. We'll be back in America's Got Talent next week, and we're going to be watching the show tonight. I wish we could do these recaps on the weeks that we go, but it's like crazy.
It's like not even
possible.
Because
we stay up like all night doing the editing that night, and then sometimes we'll go again the next day, and then we get home and we're just like,
and then by then you don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah. So whenever we're not there, we'll definitely make sure we do these
from now on. Yeah.
From now on. Mm-hmm. So watch America's Got Talent tonight.
Every Wednesday and Thursday.
Don't just watch it this night. Watch it
every Wednesday and Thursday at 9.
Yes.
And let us know what you think in the comments, or tell us your favorite acts.
Yeah, you can follow us.
Predictions,
definitely. Okay, wait.
Not just for tonight, but
this is so important. So I don't know if they're doing the wild cards this week or next week. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna make some predictions. So I think that Howard is going to bring back Wendy Liebman. I think that Howie is going to bring back Anna Clendenning. I think that Heidi is going to bring back Adrian Romoff. And I think that Mel B is going to bring back, I'd say, Dragon House, the agents. Or...
We both agree on this, by the way. We've discussed this before.
Mel B, I'm not 100% sure. But I think definitely it's likely it'll be...
I feel like Mel B might even bring back Desmond. Because she was so, I remember it was her vote, and she was so having trouble choosing between, it was Desmond.
Desmond is Mike Super and Desmond.
Right.
So we're going to go watch America's Got Talent, soon, and hope you're watching too, and we'll have all of our links, you can tweet us while you're watching it.
At Twin2Laugh.
At Twin2Laugh, and then we do our interviews are all posted on Teen Kids News, at Teen Kids News or Teen Kids News.
And just on our, if you missed that goes up on our YouTube eventually.
Yep, right here on our YouTube. You're probably watching this on here, maybe? Or on our website, I don't know. Anyway, man. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.